We've all heard the term wedded bliss. In the case of John and Blanche Bickerson, we may well call it wedded blitz. He snores, she can't sleep, she nags, he wishes he had a man cave he could retreat to. The aptly named Bickersons were first a part of a show called Dreamtime, as in Dream Shampoo, then the Old Gold Show, as in Old Gold Cigarettes, which was also known as the Don Amici Show. Don Amici, of course, was John Bickerson, and his long-suffering wife was played by Frances Langford. Does anyone remember who played her brother Amos? Gotcha. Danny Thomas. In this episode, we are with John and Blanche as he is about to finally succumb to fixing his terrible snore problem.
Now here are Don Amici and Frances Langford as John and Blanche Bickerson in John's Operation. After 7 years of cycloid insomnia, or slugger's disease, John Bickerson had finally consented to allow Dr. Hershey to relieve his condition. In room 113 at the General Hospital, Mrs. Bickerson watches anxiously as a surgical nurse ministers to poor John, who was suffering an attack the night before the operation. Listen.
Oh, it's like being married to a steam shovel, nurse.
Cough's normal. Enjoy yourself, dear. Dr. Hershey's waiting for you in the corridor, Mrs. Bickerson.
Oh, hello, doctor.
Is he resting? I gave him a sedative that'll quiet him down.
Well, he isn't very quiet.
Oh, well. Actually, I could have done the operation in my office. It's so trivial. He won't be in surgery for over 15 minutes. And there's absolutely no danger whatsoever.
Well, will it hurt him?
Not the slightest. All we have to do is take a stitch in his palate and shorten his uvula.
Oh, I hate to bring this up now, Dr. Hershey, but how much will it cost?
The fee will be $50 with the anesthetic.
How much is it without the anesthetic?
Oh, I should say about $40.
Would there be any discomfort if he didn't have an anesthetic?
Not for me, there wouldn't. But I wouldn't advise the operation without it.
And you're sure he'll be cured when you're through?
Oh, practically certain. Well, it's almost midnight now. I'll do his case first about 7. He needs just a good night's rest.
Well, I'll just stay a little while longer.
Good night. Call the floor nurse if you need anything.
Oh, I will. Oh, I hope that pill's quieting him down. Oh, I'm sure it isn't doing him any good. John, wake up!
What's the matter, Blanche? What's the matter, huh? I put the cat out, I locked the windows, I left a note for the milkman, and I hung up.
John, we're in the hospital.
What for? Is somebody sick?
No, you're going to have an operation. Dr. Hershey's going to shorten your uvula in the morning.
Well, then, why'd you wake me up for now?
Well, you were snoring, and I was afraid you'd wear it off before we got a chance to operate. Oh, you've been snoring steadily for 3 hours. Don't you suppose I want to sleep too?
You're not sleeping here, are you?
Yes, I am. It costs another $5 to put another cart in the room, and I intend to use it. Where's my nightgown?
I can't get one night's sleep even in the hospital.
Well, I don't understand why you have to have an operation to cure your snoring.
I didn't want it. You've been working on me for 7 years to do it.
Well, I'm beginning to think it's a waste of money. I could have used that $40. Well, I'm still walking around in a short dress.
What are you beefing about? Tomorrow I'll be walking around with a short uvula.
Oh, don't be so crabby.
I'm not crabby. I'm sleepy. Why don't you stop fiddling with that mirror and put out the lights?
Well, I have to get undressed, don't I?
Well, take your dress off. Why are you plucking your eyebrows at this time of night?
I'm not plucking my eyebrows. I'm taking off my false eyelashes.
False eyelashes? I didn't know you had bald eyelids.
My eyelids are not bald. It's just that my lashes are short and they don't bring out my eyes. Well, lots of women use false eyelashes.
Well, throw them away. You don't need anything to bring out your eyes.
Really?
Really, I'm satisfied with the way they bulge now.
Well, what kind of remark is that?
Oh, hurry up, Blanche. I'm groggy. Blanche, what on earth are you taking out of your hair?
It's a rat.
A what?
A roll of false hair. I have to wear it for the new hairstyles. My own hair is too thin with a pompadour. Oh, darn it, I can't get out of this dress.
Blanche, what are those things?
Oh, don't be so silly. Haven't you ever seen my shoulder pads before?
Oh, I've never heard of such a thing. Your eyelashes are on the dresser, your hair's in the drawer, and your shoulders are on the chairs.
Well, what about it?
That's you all over, Blanche. No one can think of more ways to spend money. Are you ready for bed now?
Yes, dear, I'm ready for bed. Shall I crank yours up a little?
No, put out the lights.
I wanted to glance at the paper first. You go to sleep.
I can't sleep with the lights on. I left my sleep shade at home.
Well, I won't be a minute.
Oh, no one would believe this. In 6 hours, they're going to carve me to pieces. I'm supposed to rest, and here I'm...
Shh! I can't concentrate with you mumbling.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, there's certainly a lot of activity in Washington. What's all this tax reduction talk?
Talk?
Oh, well, listen to what this
Blanche,
is.
I read the paper, every word of it. Read it to yourself.
Oh, don't be so disagreeable. Dr. Hershey told me to keep you occupied so you wouldn't think about the operation.
All I'm thinking about is sleep.
That's a good boy. Now, you mustn't get nervous.
No.
Oh, I see the stock market is going up.
That's fine.
We have some stock, haven't we? Oh, didn't you get some stock last year?
10 shares, Kentucky Saltpeter Mines, preferred stock.
Oh, wow. Oh, my brother got you in on the ground floor, didn't he? Oh, where is it now?
In the ground.
No, I can't even find it listed on the stock page.
Look in the Help Wanted column.
Are you getting relaxed, dear?
No, I'm starting to get nervous.
Oh, I'm worried about you, John. If anything happened to you on the operating table, it would all be my fault. Oh, so do you know what I think?
Well, sneak out, huh?
No, I think you should make out a will.
Make out a will? I thought you were worried about me.
Well, you don't want to leave me at the mercy of all those grasping relatives of yours, do you? Oh, the minute you drop dead, they're all...
Don't talk like that. Can't you say pass on or something like that?
Well, you always say drop dead.
It's only when I'm talking about your brother. You could be a little more delicate when you're discussing wills.
Why?
Because you make it sound like I'm going to go any minute.
Well, they don't give you 2 weeks' notice, do they? Now, every man should make out a will.
Okay, I'll make it out tomorrow.
Oh, you say it, but you won't do it. Well, get up and do it now.
What?
Go on, get up and make out a will.
Why, you're out of your mind. In the first place, a will isn't legal unless you have 2 witnesses. And in the second place, I haven't got anything to leave in the first place. Nobody is going to take anything, and I don't need a will.
You're the most stubborn man that's ever lived, John.
Why? Why am I stubborn?
Well, it's the hardest thing in the world to make you admit I'm right when you know I'm wrong.
There's a woman's logic for you. Suppose I do make out a will, and nobody can touch anything besides you. Okay, so now you know you've got all my worldly goods. First thing you know, you'll get over your grief and marry a guy without a dollar to his name, like that broken-down snore specialist, Dr. Hershey.
Oh, I'm not going to marry anybody.
He'll give up his practice and take you for every penny, my hard-earned money. He'll drive around my brand-new car, drink my bourbon, loaf around like the French, never do a day's work. Why don't you make the bum get a job, Blanche?
Oh, enough screaming like that. Now hush up and go to sleep.
Sheesh, go to sleep, she tells me. I'm a nervous wreck. She practically talks me into a funeral, marries a doctor behind my back. Now she tells me to go to sleep. I'll never sleep another wink as long. Oh!
John! The telephone! The telephone! Answer it!
No, who the dickens is calling? Who moved the phone, Blanche?
Well, what did you get up for? It's right on the night table by your bed.
Oh, I thought I was, hello?
Mrs. Raines, this is the maternity nurse. You can get ready now. I'm bringing your baby in.
What? Blanche, how long have I been here?
Isn't this 413?
I don't know what this is, but I'm not feeding any babies. Oh, what a way to run a hospital.
Oh, it's just a mistake, John.
Oh, I shouldn't have fallen for this operation deal. I could be so comfortable at home in my own bed. One of us should have stayed there.
Oh, well, what for?
How do you know a prowler won't break in? I left a whole bottle of bourbon on the dresser.
Nobody will break in. Well, the turkey would gobble and scare him away.
The turkey would go. I can just see. What turkey?
Well, I was going to surprise you. I won a turkey in a raffle, John.
You've got a live turkey running around the house?
He isn't running around. I've got him tied on your bed.
On my bed? What'd you do that for? I'll have the whole thing full of feathers. What'll we do with a live turkey?
Well, it's Thanksgiving next month, John, and I thought you'd murder him for dinner.
I'm not gonna murder any turkeys, but if he lays a beak on my bourbon, I'll chop his head off. Blanche, you're the most impossible woman that ever lived.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. I guess everything I do is wrong. I'll go home and put the turkey out.
Now, wait a minute. Never mind. I didn't mean to holler. Let's go to sleep so I can feel good for the operation.
I don't think I want you to have it.
It's the least I can do for you. Kept you awake all these years with my snoring, and when Dr. Hershey gets through with me, I'll be as quiet as a mouse.
Well, if you stop snoring, I'll never wake you up, will I?
No.
And if I don't wake you up, we won't fight, will we?
That's right.
Well, that settles it. I'm not going to let them operate, John.
Why not?
Well, it's the only chance I get to talk to you. Well, come on home.
Oh, I give up.
Would you believe we had an audition for snorers for tonight's Bickerson show? It was a tie, but the honors went to Dave Sanchi for losing his oval as John Bickerson. Thank you. The part of the good old shrewish Blanche went to Donna Amsmeyer. With the medical staff roles going to Andre Dixon as the doctor. And also to his nurse who couldn't tell a maternity ward from a hole in the ground, Ellie Babka. I had the task of introducing the characters, and we do mean characters, and my name is Roger Morris. Now, here again is Brenda Judy Marsh, to tell you about next month's presentation. Judy?
Thanks, Roger. Gosh, these nights when it gets dark so early, we tend to want to stay home and maybe watch TV as entertainment. So we thought we'd bring you a couple of shows with TV as their theme. On the Friday before Thanksgiving, that's Friday, November 18th at 7:30 p.m., right here in the Riverside Township Auditorium, we'll bring you a Boston Blackie show called TV Poisoning, together with a favorite husband episode called The TV Repairman. Oh, we remember those days, don't we? That's just 3 short weeks from today. Join us then, won't you? And now for a few final words from Ellie.
We wish to remind you that these evenings are brought to you each month by the Riverside Township, for which we are very thankful. We also wish to thank our video technicians over there, John V. Gelsamino and his new aide, Lorenzo Cordoba. As we've mentioned before, these shows may be viewed on Comcast Cable Channel 6, that's Riverside TV, and also on the internet by keying in www.riversideradio.net. Now, would you please join me in applauding two special guys, one retiring from our group and the other taking his place as our sound experts, creating the background noises that bring old-time radio to life. Tom Lenz and Marty. And our new guy, Marty McNulty. Thank you all so much for coming, laughing in the right places, and a happy Halloween to all of you. Thank you.